It would be great to have someone who could do our work for us, right? Someone to prevent us from making mistakes. Someone to assist with our routine professionally and allow us to devote our time to communicating with our closest people. If only we could get results without wasting our time for nothing. Unfortunately, it's impossible in real life. But wait, Light Forex Social Trading. Spend your time doing what really matters to you.
Hi guys, good afternoon. It's 16th of April 2019 and that's the beginning of New York session. So that's what we are going to do. We are going to cover New York Open. My name is Piotr. Welcome you in Global Light Forex YouTube channel. As usual, we are gonna go through currency pair. We are going to check the indices. Looks like we opening New York, entering New York with the risk on sentiment. If we are going to have some time, of course, we are going to have a look on the crypto market as well. Before we start, as usual, risk warning, guys. Please bear in mind, trading FX, trading crypto on margin carries a high level of risk, may not be suitable for all investors. You can sustain a loss of some or all your initial investments, so please do not invest the money that you cannot afford to lose. All right. There is a small mistake, as our next meeting is tomorrow. Just let me correct it. And that's not gonna be ECB day, so sorry about that. How are you doing, guys? I've been a little bit more aggressive earlier today. I've been trying to chase a bit. I've been stopped out on pound, very tight stops. I closed on positive side dollar Swiss franc longs, and what I'm quite positive with dollar yen, but I had a long with 6 pips stop. Stop was hit, but I'm still looking to buy. I think that at least we are gonna to see stop hunting above 12.15. So I'm looking to buy on the pullback towards 92. My stop is gonna be below 88, so it's gonna be again very tight. We'll see. The thing is that right now it's within the next 24 minutes at 2:30 CET, there is no US data. It's only Canadian manufacturing sales. We do have capacity utilization rate and industrial production within 1 hour and 10 minutes, right? We are going to go through. The data. Yeah, of course, the news services already trying to explain the risk on sentiment. Of course, that the China, of course, the earnings, The thing is that the expectations when we were approaching the earnings season, the expectations were so low that it's so easy probably for some companies to beat. So it's, yeah, you shouldn't be surprised why we have this risk on sentiment. Aussie dollar trying to recover. Of course, we are gonna to slowly start to check the particular pairs. One moment. Let's have a look where we are. What New York wanna do within the next few minutes, and we will start deep analysis. Hi Mer, good afternoon. A little bit of dovish comments from the ECB members. Some of them were not that optimistic about the recovery into the second part of that year. So that pushed euro dollar down towards 1280. But looks like we were just looking for the good excuse to hunt some stops, right? So what I'm gonna to look for right now, there are two possibilities. There are unlimited possibilities, but there are two or three I'm gonna to watch from the long perspective. Yes, from the long perspective, it might be at some point that we are gonna to see attempt to go a little bit higher. Actually, at 5 minutes chart, we should already try to go higher from here. I'm talking about, yeah, that's the dovish ECB comment, push lower, right? And that was not sustained. Let's have a look what we have before we. The only thing is I don't like with the euro dollar long are the yields, US yields, right? We're discussing yields this morning, and I don't like higher yields, but that's why I've been trying dollar Swiss franc to the upside. I've been trying dollar yen to the upside. Still, I'm a fan of dollar yen, of at least stop hunting to the upside. And as I mentioned before, I'm going to try to, you know what, I'm going to try to take the advantage of this euro dollar, tiny exposure. Let's have a look what we are gonna to get here. Guys, just one thing, you still don't know details about I've got 5 pip stop here. You don't know details about my strategy. So guys, whatever I'm doing, you are testing on the demo account only, and that's it, right? Again, I'm preparing separate webinars, only my strategy related to my strategies with my risk approach as well. So you are gonna to get it, just time is needed, right? There is no rush. Market is open today, market will be open tomorrow, and market is going to work with some exceptions next week as well, right? Japan is on holiday, so no worries. We can easily say that yeah, from Monday to Friday it's almost every day. You are gonna to get it, no rush. All right, so because we took out this high pre-dovish ECB comment high, right? There is right now a little bit of the pullback towards blue dotted line is a weekly open. The failure to the downside, so that's one of the reasons I took that tiny long with very, very small and tight stop loss, right? What I'm gonna to look for if as a target, I think that we can discuss yesterday high and Friday high as a first possible target. So because if what we've seen earlier was a stop count, so we are changing a little bit of the direction, so at least we are gonna to look for liquidity to the upside, right? That's my way of thinking. We'll see. Actually, what I don't want to see, I don't want to see the move below the level, right? Below the figure. I want to see the continuation. If I'm wrong by 5 pips. Oh, yo, looks like I missed that one talking about the euro dollar. That's why I usually am saying it's a challenge to talk and to trade. There was a retest over here. Ay. But maybe Euro JPY gonna be an answer. Still very tight, but remember, I've checked, we discussed that retail, almost all retail street is short Euro JPY. We might see 27 very shortly. And then if we are going to take out the stops, I wouldn't be surprised to see this double doji bottom around 130. Because I have long euro dollar, so maybe instead of Euro JPY, as we have positive sentiment, let's have a look what we have on Aussie JPY. Strong recovery. Supply, retest of the supply. Still we might see a little bit lower levels. I think that, yeah, that could be the case. We're here. Break and never retested. Well, we'll see. And pound yen. That's what we discussed earlier today. False break to the downside, but still there is a same was on the pound dollar. That's intraday. Come on, euro. Pound is weakening. We might see some more stops towards yesterday low, late Friday New York low. Crude is trying to hold this intraday demand over here. Yeah, plenty of things to watch, and that's what we discussed yesterday. I've mentioned yesterday that I'm not sure what's going to happen Monday, Tuesday, especially Monday whole day, Tuesday morning. I've been expecting some quiet day, and looks like that's what happened, right? And also earlier today's during the pre-London Open, I've mentioned that because of the very busy Wednesday and Thursday, at some point today, maybe around the London fixing, maybe around the Europe close, we might see a little bit bigger activity. So some folks may try to position themselves into the Wednesday and Thursday, and don't forget that there is a holiday time in Europe Friday, so possibility to see the manipulation Friday afternoon as well. There's a pound sell-off going on, and I've been short, I've been long, I've been hit to the upside, to the downside, so I'm trying to chase with them today, but again with very tight stops. So that's, you know, I had two long of Swiss franc, which covered the losses, pound losses, and yeah. That's why I like intraday trading. That's why I like day trading. From my perspective, either at particular level I'm right or I'm wrong, and yeah, very quickly market is going to tell me, yeah, you were right, no, you were wrong. What I mean by that, either market is gonna to hit my stop or it's gonna to fill my target, and it's getting tougher and tougher to try to trade 250, 200, 500 pips, right? Because of this low volatility we face after the financial crisis in 2000, it was a little bit different before. Of course, it was huge volatility over the first period of the financial crisis. So yeah, I remember I had a quite good trade on pound yen. But if you are monitoring the market and suddenly your strategy is not performing that well as it was supposed to perform, right? Then you are trying to figure out what is going on, and you have to do this as soon as you can. Otherwise, your performance is going to go down, and you're going to lose more and more and more, right? So that's the challenge. to try to adapt to the changing market. And before the crisis, I've been so before 2008, 2002, 2006, 2007, I've been a fan of breakout trading, right? I used to trade news based on the, so I've been placing the breakout orders to the downside, to the sell stop, stop buy, and yeah, it was quite okay for me. Today, the break strategies, maybe it's 3-5% of what I rather waiting for. My first way of thinking is that I want to see the rejection when there is a strategy, when there is an attempt to break higher, let's say. So first I'm waiting for a rejection and trying to, if I'm gonna to see the rejection, I'm trying to join the party to the downside. But if there is a sustained break to the upside, I'm waiting for a pullback, and then okay. That's true, Mer. That's true. Because of the low volatility. All those manipulators, right? They are short volatility. And that's how it looks. So with this type of the market right now, it's easier for me to trade with these tight stops with a little bit higher volatility, right? Sometimes I have to adjust something. And to be honest with you, shame that I missed this retest. But yeah, I've been talking about euro dollar and preparing euro dollar, and now dollar yen is gonna to hit the target and I'm gonna to be hit on my stop on euro dollar. That's, we can call it life. That's what we can call it life. It should be a little bit more interesting after the first break, right? After we are going to close the early candle, then 15 minutes we are going to get US data. That might be some kind of the good excuse to try to push either way. I'm unhappy with this dollar yen. What a mess. That's what we were discussing. If you are listening carefully, I've been fan of dollar yen because of lack of the rejection from the very important level. There was actually no rejection, right? Tiny correction, at least for now. I've been long twice dollar Swiss franc this morning. Already out, looking to rebuy. The only thing I don't like with the dollar Swiss franc is this attempt to break higher on euro dollar, right? The thing is that for sure what happened here, the dovish comment, it wasn't sustained move to the downside. Very quickly rejected. even more. We hit this possible supply. There was a reaction, right? And we hit that stops. So yeah, let's have a look what we are gonna to do here. The only thing, because if we are gonna to see the rally from here, right, we might see pullback on dollar Swiss franc. So let's have a look how this euro dollar will unfold. If we are gonna to break lower and hold, then I will switch to dollar Swiss franc. And because of this pound sell-off right now, we face this pullback on euro dollar as well, I think. So yeah, let's have a look. So yeah, so we hit some stops. We are approaching yesterday low. I'm not sure if there was any kind of the comments. There was a good Bank of America earlier today. Good Bank of America reports. Johnson & Johnson was good as well. So first half an hour, first 30 minutes of the New York session already gone. There is a quite good, I would say right now, based on what I've seen on dollar yen or pound dollar, quite good dollar demand. So looks like they trapped me here on euro dollar. So not good start of the US session. 2 years yields 241. So that's what I've been afraid. That was the only thing I was afraid of in regards to euro dollar. Aussie is testing RBA minutes supply zone. So let's have a look what's going to happen on euro dollar here as we are retesting this post dovish ECB comment consolidation zone. let's have a look what we have on this 2 years yields. As you can see, there's still this breakdown supply over here around 240, 242. All right, so we are still testing, but come on, no rejection at all, right? So looks like we are gonna to get that higher levels. And from the dollar yen or dollar Swiss franc perspective, that might be good. Okay, so we took out yesterday low on the pound. We'll see if there are more stops below the Friday low, if we can get there. Watching where I can join that party on the pound. I'm gonna watch 3080 from that perspective. So let's have a look what we have here. Yeah, 3080 levels around the weekly open, and then eventually we may be a little bit more towards 85. We'll see. So we went lower from here. That's true. Or not moving at all. Sometimes 15 pips on euro dollar. That's the challenge. All right, not great start to this New York session with 5 or 6 pips stop on euro dollar. Missed dollar yen, mostly because of this move on the same time as euro dollar. Anyway, no time to cry. Looking for some pullback on dollar Swiss franc. Maybe we are going to see daily open, so we are talking about something around closer to 42. Unless we are going to see some change in the sentiment, right? Is it possible that I'm gonna to try to trade euro dollar again to the upside? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. If I'm gonna to see that, yeah, it's time to join that party again, I'm not afraid to do that, and because that's what I've been trying to explain, because of my very low real exposure, right? But that's something we are going to cover in the near term in the separate webinar. Looks like gold is showing the direction, but no fear on the market, no one is worried. It's plenty of money. Greed right now. All right, guys, in the meantime, we are approaching first break, so let's have a look where we are going to be at the early close. So first time our bar is open. Enjoy coffee, tea, non-alcoholic drinks. Charts staying here, and I'm going back around the top of the hour. Enjoy the break.
It would be great to have someone who could do our work for us, right? Someone to prevent us from making mistakes. Someone to assist with our routine professionally and allow us to devote our time to communicating with our closest people. If only we could get results without wasting our time for nothing. Unfortunately, it's impossible in real life. But wait, Light Forex Social Trading. Spend your time doing what really matters to you.
So, second part is time to start. So we know the reason of pound sell-off. Looks like that's based on Corbyn said Brexit talks with government have stalled, and that's what we get from Guardian. We hit 30.50 on the pound. We are still got something to do. There are some stops in relation to that was taken. Okay, there are more stops over here towards 30.30 and then 30.2970 as a key zone. That's what we discussed already, right? So let's have a look what we can get. Trying to hold under yesterday low. We'll see. There was a last minute panic buying on the pound into the early close. So we have a little bit of the lower shadow over here. With stop hunting. But still, I think either over under or the big zone. So because of the pound, of course, euro dollar went a little bit lower. Trying to hold this first yellow barrier. What I don't like here is those lower highs right now. Someone can ask or can argue, Piotr, you were long based on a smaller time frame, but here is clear dovish ECB comment sell-off zone. Yeah, but I've been trying to check that on a lower time frame, and that was the dovish comment and reaction over here, right? So once we took out, we got back above the weekly open, retest. That was the reason, and there was a 5 or 6 pips stop, right? Now let's wait and see approach. We're trying to hold this consolidation box after dovish comment from ECB, right? So we trying to hold this over under to the left. What the market, jeez. The thing is that this uncertainty with the Brexit, it might be some cold shower So in case of the switching to, let's say, risk off, the yields in US probably will go lower, and that could be the case. That could be the case for a dollar. But for now, dollar beat across the board. Watching. A little bit closer to the cash open, we are gonna to check the levels on DJ, maybe Nasdaq as well. Guys, 131, quite good chunk on the cable in regards to the option expiration. We still got 54 minutes, so we may see the rally back towards 131, some kind of the spike. Why not? But it was that 131 was very well defended during the Tokio and morning London, right? It might be that because of this move to the downside, the sudden rally, right? This rally over here, it might be option related. It might be option related. All right, so we have again retest on this dollar yen. Where is the next level of possible demand on pound yen? Somewhere here, probably. Oh. Yeah, that could be the case. Just a reminder, 7 minutes, and we are gonna to get capacity utilization rate and industrial production out of the US. At 4 we have housing market index, NAHB. In regards to the industrial production, what market is expecting a little bit better capacity utilization rate and industrial production. That might be positive for dollar yen, and that might be the eventually that might be the good excuse to try to hit the stops we were discussing before. We'll see. Labour Party spokesman said it is not true that the Brexit talks have stalled with UK government. So probably, yeah, it might be some case of the. Do you remember Wall Street? First part. I don't remember the sentence, but when they were calling the journalists, right? So it might be the case with Guardian and the earlier comment. So that might be the late minute rally on the pound into the top of the hour. There you go. Via Twitter. Crazy market. but it may spur a bit of volatility later on into the London fixing and into the Europe close. That might be good case, the higher volatility. That's what we may wait for today. We may want to wait for. Still 4 minutes. Yields holding quite well above 240. What about tens? Let me have a look. Let me check tens. Tens are doing well after the breakout. 258. Teris. Ferries retested 2996, so we were very close to 3%. So all in all, we have to watch this. Is 240, above 240 still. Two minutes to go. Yeah, market may try to use it as a good excuse to push the price either way. I mean the upcoming data. Pound is going back above yesterday low. Wow. So the weekly open looks like it's a key right now, or it might be the key. Just a reminder, because of the YouTube live stream rules, there is a little bit of the delay. pullback on dollar yen after the data. It's weaker. It's weaker. It's weaker. It's weaker. Industrial production minus 0.4, 0.2 plus was expectations. Capacity 78.8, expectation 79.1. So it's a little bit weaker, and it could be the case closer to the London fix or closer to Europe close, closer to Europe close. Uh, 2 years still above 240, at least for now. So I'm gonna to watch closer the yields and dollar yen, because anyway, I truly believe we are gonna to, either way we are gonna to hit the stops above 15, I think. But if we are gonna to see the strong rejection, that might be the case to try to short it a bit. We'll see. Or simply we are gonna to offset the data and we are gonna to see higher yields and higher dollar. That might be the case as well. And solution for today, for the New York session. Euro dollar trapped between yesterday low and weekly open. Looks like pound may want to retest the lows. And now, yeah, how to trade? We got the news, and within a few minutes we got the deny, and yeah, but pound was not able to recover that much. Okay, we are approaching the US cash open, so let's have a look what we have on a DJ, Dow Jones Industrial Average. Yeah, we are approaching again supply based on what we've seen in the mid of 2018, right? I mean September 2018. Probably we are gonna to try to hit those stops to hit 27,000. That wouldn't be surprise for me, not surprise at all. So what do we have here? Looks like we have to take the weekly open into the consideration. So the whole day from yesterday, let's have a look what we have here. So that was the attempt to rally, sell off, and a little bit profit taking into the cash close. So looks like from the intraday perspective, taking into the consideration this break to the higher, so this rally from yesterday and Friday high, right, that's possible first demand. And to be honest with you, looks good because we do have this pre-market dip here, so some stops might be here and we might see attempt to take out the stops and try to, I would even take without the upper shadow. Oh no, oh, something like this. So that might be the case. If not here, then definitely bulls should defend that level with possible stop hunt a little bit below, and yeah, we will see. We are gonna to monitor New York cash open. And some stops here. Okay. Bullish, so there is no reason to try to fade it here, at least not now. So that's how I see the things on DJ. Let's have a look what we have on Nasdaq. Ha! Over under, that's the only rescue for bears. So the green line. There's double top over here. But I think we are gonna to hit the stops over here, and so crazy. All right, looks like we may try to create some kind of the channel for them over here. Something like, no, yeah, that's better. That's gonna be better. Yeah. Yeah, in case of the breakout, oh, that's just the probably are gonna hit right after the end and market open. Might be the case as well. Jeez. Not afraid, not at all. There's nothing to be afraid of ahead of the US elections. You know what? We are going to watch. We are going to watch Nasdaq because of this level. All right. So we are going to monitor Nasdaq right at the New York cash open. We'll see. Euro still trapped. Dollar yen trying to hold above the weekly open, but still below 112. Pound is living on his own. Aussie trying to recover. So this post RBA minutes zone quite important. Weekly open over here 71.76. So let's have a look what we have. Nothing here, nothing here. So let's prepare ourselves for New York Open. There you go. Gapped up. Closing the gap. Oops. That's the high for now. Remember, we are at the top of the intraday channel I'm talking about this 30-minute chart on Nasdaq. Watch out this base over here. So let's monitor the first 5 minutes. Let's have a look what we are gonna to get here. In the meantime, Bitcoin is still fighting. Bulls and bears fight around 5,000. No change there. Holding 5,000 will open 5,300. Breaking down will expose, will open the way down towards 4,400, 4,200. We are gonna to get back into the Bitcoin after the second break. No worries. Pound is trying hold this 1 minute demand over here. And this shadow to downside, move up this demand. I'm not talking about manipulation, but this demand over here on 1 minute. But need to get back inside, inside the zone created by the yesterday low and weekly open. $7,654, 47. Jeez, 7 points on Nasdaq. Come on. Don't tell me that's true. But still 1 minute to go. Okay, trying to make lower low within first 5 minutes. Didn't happen yet. Above 13.05 euro will force me to give them one more chance to the upside probably, but I will try to avoid the trade ahead of the US data at 4 housing index. $45, $55, 10-point range. Horrible, No volatility means every minute a little bit higher. Every minute a little bit higher. Oh, they're crazy. Euro dollar, that's 15-minute charts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 75 minutes. More than 1 hour we spent in between 96 and 03. 7 pips! Wow! I'm not gonna comment on it. At least not now. Yields 2 years a little bit lower, down towards 240. Euro is trying 13 again. We have to be patient, and we looks like yeah, we are going to wait for the early close again. Bears trying to defend weekly open. Bulls trying to defend this over under this consolidation after the dovish ECB comment. Guys, in the meantime, it's time for a second break today. So again, our bar is open, coffee, tea, non-alcoholic drinks, and charts are gonna stay with us. and I'm gonna get back around the top of the hour. Enjoy your break.
It would be great to have someone who could do our work for us, right? Someone to prevent us from making mistakes. Someone to assist with our routine professionally and allow us to devote our time to communicating with our closest people. If only we could get results without wasting our time for nothing. Unfortunately, it's impossible in real life. But wait, Light Forex Social Trading. Spend your time doing what really matters to you.
All right, that's the third and the last part of today afternoon meeting. We are covering the early hours of New York market, as well as the late London, I would say. So what is going on? Yields in US staying high, 2 years still above 240. There you go, still above 240. Let's switch to hourly. We are still inside the possible supply, but guys, there is no rejection, so possible we are going to see higher yields that theoretically should support dollar, right? So suggestion is to have the yields somewhere, the charts of the yields in the background, right, to be able to monitor what is going on here. In that case, I still think that at least on the dollar yen we are gonna to get stop count above 112.10, 112.15. All right. Tiny that range. Maybe we are going to see over under, so retest of yesterday low. That might be. So I would like to buy, but a little bit lower, to take the advantage of this possible stop count, as long as the yields staying above 240. I mean 2 years. Watching crude, just a friendly reminder, API later today and tomorrow, am I right? Tomorrow official EEA. I think we are gonna to try to break lower, and I think we are gonna to at least retest 62.50, 62.20, the breakout level over here to the left, right? And we are gonna to get probably the answer here, right? So I do expect a little bit lower levels. All right, and watch out 62.50, 62.20 based on the chart I'm using here. Okay, so it might theoretically push US dollar versus Canadian dollar a little bit higher, and that's a very interesting situation over here. We got yesterday, we get this Bank of Canada outlook was negative. We saw this strong rally. There was an attempt to continue higher, but let's have a look what we have on the hourly. So it was the equal top over here, right? And that's the natural reaction compared to what we've seen to the left. But the real, in my opinion, the breakdown here, so we have the possible intraday supply a little bit higher. So what I expect, somehow we are gonna to look for the liquidity above this 34.05. All right, so we are gonna to clean these stops, we are gonna to hit this supply, and we are gonna to get our answer within that supply. So what I'm watching here, is we took out with those two lower shadows, we took out some stops, intraday stops, right? We might be ready to continue to the upside. So the risk reward with 34.15 as a target. After the London fix, I may try to look out for this Canadian dollar possible trade. In my opinion, it is worth to watch this. Okay, we'll see. Euro dollar, one stage lower, meaning that we went below yesterday low for now. So we were trapped between weekly open and yesterday low, and we are trying lower. So looks like retest of this post dovish ECB comment we may see again. US April housing index as expected. That might help here. And also watching dollar Swiss franc, right? I would like to see a little deeper pullback. So maybe at some point we are gonna to see some kind of the washout into the London close. That cannot be ruled out. That cannot be ruled out. Let's have a look euro yen, because it's very interesting from the higher time frame. We are testing strong possible supply, as that's what I've been trying to explain during the pre-London Open. If that's the consolidation, I'm ruling out these 2 days. So we are around the top of the range, right? But because of what I noticed, I'm not sure, maybe already it has changed, but the whole retail sector is short euro yen based on my FX book statistics. Let me have a look. If I'm not mistaken, maybe there was some changes. So one way to try to approach this euro yen is like attempt to break higher and failure, right? So in that case, trying to fade attempt to break higher, right? But still, dollar yen 96% short, 97 euro yen. All this yen is in, yeah. Retail guys love long yen. So I wouldn't be surprised if we are going to see the breakout to the upside. More positive sentiment, and we are going to retest this double doji. That's what I've been explaining. So if you don't know exactly what I'm talking about, my suggestion is to go back to the archive here on the Global Light Forex YouTube channel and check morning meeting. So there is a full explanation how I see these things on euro yen. And I've been watching very carefully the today's price action. It's very narrow yesterday. Today just spiked down based on this dovish ECB comment, but we are still trying to keep close to weekly open for now, right? So that might be very, very interesting proposition against all retail guys looking to buy euro yen, right? We'll see. Now dollar cut, the bulls have to try to hold here. This breakout point, right? So we are trying to hold this. Friendly reminder where we are going. What's the target for the Nasdaq? Like 20 points from here. So this double top, and we are gonna get there. There is almost no way something can stop bulls here. So that's why the positive sentiment and weaker yen, where the whole retail sector is holding yen long, right? Again, this is 15 minutes euro dollar chart. 3, 6, 7. We are approaching second hour and we are still within 7-10 pips range. Awful. Pound below weekly open. The supply is a little bit higher, but I'm not sure if we are gonna to get there, or at least if we are gonna to get there, if I'm gonna sell there, right? It might continue to the downside to retest 131.2970 based on all these negative rumors, leaks, Brexit related, right? 241 on the 2 years. It might be similar to what we've seen yesterday. It might be a little bit of dollar buying. There is a deeper move on the USD CAD. Next possible demand is somewhere here. So as we have some time, let's have a look briefly what is going on the crypto side. So let's have a look what we have. Not big change into what we discussed earlier today. Again, we have to get back into the 2017, right? Over here, the huge red range as a possible demand based on the monthly. We penetrated the whole box, but we didn't clean the lows over here. It was a nice over under and rally, right? So we went outside red range. Okay, so the first pullback, second pullback, we're trying to hold the top of that range, right? We are still here. Plus, we are supported by this fasted trend line. Okay, we have the rally, we're trying to make the base, we're trying to run higher, failed, but at least for now 5,000, 4,950, we hold this zone. Once we are going to get back below, we may retest this latest weakness. So we are talking about the 4,400, 4,200 based on the chart I'm using here on the Bitcoin, all right? If, on the other hand, we are going to hold the top of this red range, right? Retest of the critical 5,800, 6,000 zone might be in place. Okay, so that's how I see the Bitcoin over here. From the intraday perspective, would be good if we can take out this zone, right? 5,200. If yes, then we have between the 5,200 and 4,950, we have $250. Once we are gonna to take out this one, the retest of the high possible from the intraday perspective, right? On the other hand, as long as we hold, right, this retest of the red might be in place again, right? And it's all about trying to hold that. Okay, there is a problem. Some kind of the trend line was broken, and the latest rally might be treated as a retest of broken trend line and retest of this supply. Okay, so short term bulls might be under pressure, right, from the bear side. We'll see. But yes, daily close below 5,000, below 4,950 may open, expose 4,400, 4,200. Okay. So final look at majors. Okay, so looks like there is only move on this CAD dollar, and it's completely opposite to what I was suspect based on what we've seen on the oil. Oil is trying to recover after a little bit of stop hunting, so we may try to get back towards 63.60 based on the chart I'm using. Once we are gonna to move and close below 33.50, it might be negative, and we may see retest of 33.20, right? Anyway, that's what we discussed, this equal top here we've seen on the CAD today and the 5th of April, right? I think that's a great liquidity pool, and we should hit the supply above towards 34.20, 34.30, 40. Euro dollar, there is nothing to comment, we are still trapped. Pound, looks like bears trying to keep pressure, so 130, 129.70, just a reminder. Okay, dollar yen, here at least I'm expecting stop hunt, if not the breakout. It might depend on two factors. What's going to happen to stock? There is a risk on, but we have a little bit of the rejection here already, so watch out. Smaller time frame, we might retest first 5-minute range, so watch out here on Nasdaq. Okay, so we have a little bit of the rejection here. The thing is how the yields are going to react. For now, we are still 241 at 2 years, and we have the continuation of the move to the upside on the 10s and 30s, right? So all in all, that might be dollar positive. If the yields are keep going to the upside, it might support dollar, especially after the London fix, after the Europe close, right? So still like 1 hour, so a little bit of the manipulation into the London fix may take place here. So be careful, all right? Watch carefully. And then it might be that the second part of the New York session, again, we might see dollar beat across the board. We'll see. The only thing bulls want to see, it's dollar bulls want to see is the support from yields. I would say for now that's enough, right? Ooh. What happened here? Such a huge rejection. Strange. That's a little bit. I thought that we are gonna to get there. That's just, you know. Okay, I know what might be the plan here. Some may see something similar to head and shoulders, right? So it might be some sellers over here, but as I can see, it's probably the first attempt to create head and shoulders. So overall, the thing here, which looks like head and shoulders, might turn out to be the left shoulder, and we might see retest, stop hunt, something like this. So be careful, because the neckline is around the cash open. So be very careful of the rejection, and you may want to watch right shoulder creation right now. If you are see some kind of the megaphone, that might be the attempt to break higher. Okay. Okay guys, that's it from me today. Just a friendly reminder, you are more than welcome to join me tomorrow at 8 AM CET, pre-London Open. Then 2 PM CET, New York Open live market coverage. That's it from me. It was my pleasure to meet with you. Have a great rest of the day. Don't be trapped. Be careful. See you tomorrow. Take care. Goodbye.
It would be great to have someone who could do our work for us, right? Someone to prevent us from making mistakes. Someone to assist with our routine professionally and allow us to devote our time to communicating with our closest people. If only we could get results without wasting our time for nothing. Unfortunately, it's impossible in real life. But wait, Light Forex Social Trading. Spend your time doing what really matters to you.